Good morning. I'm Joe Brusuelas, Senior Economist at Bloomberg LP, here with your Bloomberg Economic Brief Morning Cup of Joe. Okay, so the theme of the week has been taking a look at U.S. economic data as it's impacted by Hurricane Sandy. Now, on Thursday, we saw that in spades. The jobless claims, the Empire, and the Philadelphia Fed's regional manufacturing survey all should basically be thrown out because what we saw was a complete disruption in terms of electronic filing for jobless claims and production throughout much of New York and Pennsylvania, which was shut down for a number of days. Now, this morning we're going to see the industrial production numbers. Now, I'm expecting there's a modest downside risk on production due to demand for utilities and a shutdown of production in the Northeast, but it's going to be limited. I think with respect to industrial production, this is going to be more of a November story, not an October story, because remember, we're going to get the October estimate today. Now, I think that the major drivers of production in this report is going to be the pickup in auto manufacturing after a very sharp slowdown both in August and September. You'll also likely see a mild increase in mining production. Now, away from those two areas, industrial production is likely to continue to be soft, primarily due to sagging demand from the external sector, specifically Europe and China. And of course, we've seen since midsummer a significant slowdown in new orders for capital goods, equipment, software, simply because we have this fear of the fiscal cliff in our manufacturing sector. This is likely to be an ongoing theme in the data until Washington comes to a solution. And to be blunt, over the last several days, I think we got a higher probability of hitting the cliff in a much bigger way than we would have thought. My estimate of the probability has increased from 20 to 25%. If we get to mid-December and it doesn't look like there's a plan in place, we will see some effects from the fiscal cliff in the first quarter of 2013. I'm Joe Brusuelas. This has been your Bloomberg Economic Brief Morning Cup of Joe.